Hi, Jessica. Welcome back.
Thank you, Jin. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah. For my personal, greed, I want to hear much more about the people with the disabilities. But as we shared a little bit of during the break, I think since we have only about 5 more minutes or so we might as well jump to the next question I have.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the, Riverbrook Residence for Women and where you teach music now.
Well, I started there in 2007. It's New England's oldest residence for women with developmental disabilities here in Stockbridge, Mass.
Oh.
I will say the website is riverbrook.org, and it is an extraordinary place. I began teaching there at a time when my life was going through enormous change, and I remember having the most beautifully needed moments spending time in the music class that I was conducting with women with Down syndrome and autism and other disabilities, and just free. I was becoming free being with them because they were free. And the reason that they are free is because they are living in a place which is dedicated entirely to their care. So you see, the whole change for people with disabilities over this last, say, 40 or 50 years has actually been profound, and Riverbrook has been a leader in that change. What I was benefiting from personally was more than I could have imagined, and what would come out of it in terms of my work and the evolution of my work was more than I could have imagined. So the quote that you read earlier, the ability to express beauty is inherent in us all and not fettered by any limitation. That because of what I was seeing in the women I was teaching at Riverbrook that was making it possible for me to be absolutely convinced that was true. So I continue to work there, and it's a beautiful place in every way, shape, or form. And the women there are flowering in all aspects of their lives because they live in a place that supports them. So in some way, Riverbrook represents for women with disabilities a similar environment to what I give to someone who sits with me, any of my students who sit with me at the keyboard. A person is allowed to feel a sense of uncommon, really unconditional safety and love. So
that's only for women?
Riverbrook is 23 women with disabilities, yes. It's a small residence just for women.
Is it a government organization, or is that
It is a private, but so the women are supported in different ways, some through the state, and it varies. So yes, but it's just an extraordinarily beautiful place. Joan Burkhardt is the executive director, and she's seen to it that this is a place where women can flourish. And the fact is that anyone who walks through the door ends up flourishing because of the joy and happiness that they encounter when they're there.
Yeah.
So that was my experience.
Yeah, if you hear about the place for men,
yes.
No, because eventually I think I might have to find one place for my younger brother. But anyway,
yes.
So what's your next step in your work?
Well, Jin, my next step is to write a book and to begin to develop this work into something which will translate itself to people who are in all parts of the world in different ways, both through musical interaction online. I'm already working with some children in Guatemala through the Integral Heart Foundation, and there are children there who are in great need. If anyone is interested in sponsoring a child there, they can go to the Integral Heart Foundation.org website. But I've had the opportunity to work over Skype with children who are sitting at the piano and beginning to improvise as they're interacting with me. And just today I was in touch with Mick Quinn, who with Deborah Prieto is running that program. And I asked what was the effect of having this opportunity to sit at the piano when I was 3,000 miles away, and he said they all expressed a sense of not only amazement. These were kids who had never played the piano before, had probably maybe never even seen a piano before, and were brought to this wonderful hotel that allowed them to have this experience and opportunity. They live in impoverished circumstances. And Nick said...
Jessica, looks like we are running out of time right
now.
Oh,
okay.
And so before you leave, though, can you share your website with our listeners?
Absolutely. And anyone who has questions, please feel free to contact me through my website. The name is Piano Beautiful. That's one word, .com. I would be very happy to correspond with anyone who has any interest or questions. I work online, through Skype, and in all sorts of different ways. So please feel free to contact me. It would be a pleasure to contact.
Yeah, thank you so much,
contact.
And I look forward to hearing more wonderful things from you, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Jin. Thanks for this opportunity.